The King has impressed everybody despite his young age here. Both players are going to be Arsenal again. A popular choice, the Gunners, but we're almost ready for action here. Final tactics, if you like. Interesting whether they do both play with Arsenal, but you still get different favourite players they have. I mean, you can see there that Aubameyang not potentially going to be picked by the team on the right, but yeah, he is going to be leading the line for the one on the left. So
yeah, it's fascinating to watch because, as you've seen so far, it's been pretty cagey across most of the games we've had on the live stream, and those finite details can be so massive in the scheme of things to get that. As you saw with the chance for Jeju United for Neo Lotfi, there was a real scramble in the box, and then suddenly the striker came out of nowhere, used that upper body strength and just popped through and chipped the goalkeeper, and that might have been the difference between selecting one striker over another.
Yeah, we got a good image there just a few moments ago of how the fact it is an even playing field apart from some of their physical attributes, which is why you'll see certain players picking certain players, but also the fact that the teams don't make the same difference as they would if you were normally playing PES. But both players have 5 minutes to set up, and this is all important, the tactics, the personnel. You can see there about exactly what you want to do, defensive instructions, attacking instructions. These tweaks absolutely crucial, aren't they?
Yeah, anyone watching at home, again, you've got to remember that these guys are here for one reason and one reason only, because they are the best in the world at PES, but not just at playing, at the tactical side of it, the mental side of it, and of course, this is so important, getting your tactics right at the start, whether it's formation or positional or personnel as well. Yeah, of course, looking at this Group D, we'll just give you a quick rundown before we start. Alex Algathiel at the top with 6 points. MelianTheKing, who is, of course, on your left of your screen, is sitting in second on goal difference with 3 points. FMestre from Brazil, third. And, of course, Sigol and Tornado are bottoming the group at 4th and 5th. We're just getting a slight update to that. There has been an additional score, and of course, Sigol now has played his 3rd game and is sitting still with 3 points, so he could be in real trouble. Tornado only has 1 played by the looks of things. So
yeah, and also interesting, MelianTheKing has 3 points, as many as FMestre and Sigol, but he has a couple of games in hand. So if MelianTheKing can win this one, he will be big favourite.
One foot in the final.
One foot.
The qualifier, in the knockout, should I say. He's not going to go straight through to the finals. That would be some achievement.
He's good, but he's not that good yet. But yeah.
He is the king after all.
Absolutely. Well, I was just going to say that, talk about the usernames. If you will call yourself MelianTheKing,
you've got to back it up.
You've got to back it up, and he has done that so far, the 15-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, it's bold. And again, look how calm and composed he looks, very confident. And maybe that's because he knows that he's the new kid on the block. He's the new Guerrero, he's the new Eterito, and he's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck, of course.
So FMestre against MelianTheKing. It is the man from Brazil that you can see in your picture. Looks a picture, the stadium that we're going to use for Arsenal against Arsenal. And we're all ready for action in Game 4. Laurent Koscielny at the front of both queues, of course. He's had a busy day, but it's going to be FMestre to get us underway in Arsenal's traditional home kit, kicking from left to right, and immediately gives it away to MelianTheKing in Arsenal's blue. But here is Henrik Mkhitaryan, again, a misplaced pass. Then MelianTheKing already seems to be on top in the opening couple of minutes. But here is Lacazette for FMestre. That's a lovely looking ball. Aubameyang, first save for Czech. Aubameyang again! What a start for the man from Brazil, who stands up and celebrates.
It's really poor goalkeeping in the end from Petr Cech. The ball went through the middle and the shot came in straight at the goalkeeper, and he just palmed it straight back out into the danger area. And of course, FMestre is not going to be missing those sort of chances. Taps it into an empty net, and it is Argentina 0, Brazil 1.
Yeah, be disappointed with Petr Cech there. I think it was straight at him. And he got there again, did the Arsenal striker, and FMestre was up off his seat. That's what it means, the passion of PES, and what a start for FMestre.
Yeah, of course, you'd expect MelianTheKing to be wearing the royal red, perhaps, but he is in the away strip, and it is a royal start here from his opponent, FMestre. He's only taken just a few minutes to get on the score sheet, just what he needed, of course, sitting third in that group.
That was after he gave the ball away twice in the opening 2 minutes. Here's Aubameyang. Oh, it's a lovely through ball here, looking for Lacazette. The second, he really will be in charge as Bellerin launches it forward. And MelianTheKing's Arsenal had 3 men up there. And how about this for an attacking situation? They look like they're going all out.
6 minutes gone here. Arsenal nil, of course. That is FMestre's Arsenal versus MelianTheKing's. And he can't get out at the moment, MelianTheKing. He's camped inside the Argentinian's box, is FMestre, and he's in again here. Another chance for Aubameyang, and he's stuck under the goalkeeper. It's 2-0. What a start from the Brazilian.
And look what it means in this PES World Tour European final. MelianTheKing can't believe it. And he won't be thanking Petr Cech. That looked like another poor piece of goalkeeping.
Yeah, he just dived over the ball at the vital moment. And after looking so calm and composed at the start, the 15-year-old, he's perhaps showing his age here. He's you know, put himself under all sorts of pressure now with just 10 minutes gone, finding himself 2-0 down, and it was a defensive mistake again, gives it straight back. 2 defensive mistakes, and then Petr Cech wasn't able to get out quick enough, perhaps showing his age, the opposite end of the spectrum. Slow to come out off his line, and of course just tucked it underneath, and it's 2-0 to the Brazilian. I
think he would have expected MelianTheKing there, Petr Cech, to have dived on that ball, because I thought that was going to happen, and then Aubameyang just stuck his toe in. 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. What a start for FMestre. This will test MelianTheKing's resolve. What's he got?
Yeah, it was a culmination of things. It was a goalkeeping error, defensive error before that, but also how quick was the Brazilian onto it. FMestre, it's another chance to respond here for MelianTheKing, but scrambled away. So it was really promising striking as well from FMestre. We can't put all the blame, of course, on the defence and the goalkeeper for the Argentinian MelianTheKing.
Tell you what, he's playing some lovely football in the final third, MelianTheKing. That was offside, and Petr Cech, FMestre's Petr Cech, will launch it forward. But you see there again, 3 blue shirts always in the opponent's half. They're very attacking, and they're going to need to be, because they need to get one back here as Petr Cech dives on the ball. But I'm convinced that he's gone all-out attack here almost in this first period, MelianTheKing.
Yeah, I mean, some would say that's a little bit ruthless. Some would say it's a little bit, you know, showing his age and inexperience again, because if he is going to go all-out attack and concede a third, then it would certainly be all over. If he was a bit more cautious, perhaps, he could get 1 goal, and then, of course, then come back into it and get the equalising goal a bit later in the game. We're just stopping for a slight settings problem, possibly. We will obviously keep you updated with what is going on as the game looks to be restarting before your eyes. 20 minutes gone here, and it is FMestre 2-0 to the good against MelianTheKing from Argentina. And they're both, that's nice to see, just checking they're both ready, and they're back underway, Chris.
Yeah, just a momentary pause then, didn't affect the game at all. As you can see, match 4 in Group D. And we've got one final game to show you in the group stage. This one is threatening to turn into an absolute cracker.
Oh, we've got another technical issue here. And just while that is happening, of course, we mentioned at the start how important this is for these 2 players. MelianTheKing has only had 1 game if Group D is up to date. He has got 3 points on the board, so it's not catastrophic if you were to lose this. Of course, FMestre, on the flip side, this is so crucial. Having played 3 games already and losing 2 of them, he needs to win this remaining game to get 6 points and hopefully qualify in 2nd place, probably behind Alex Alguacil at this moment in time.
So 2-0, 22 minutes in, midway point of the opening half between MelianTheKing's Arsenal and FMestre's Arsenal. And again, just slightly resetting things. Recap of the first half so far, though. 2 goals for FMestre. He's sitting in his seat right now, but he was up celebrating on 2 occasions to really put himself in command. He's had less of the ball, but it matters little, and we are about to be back underway.
Would you solely blame MelianTheKing for the goals, or would you say FMestre showed real intent as well going forward?
Oh, definitely the latter. It was 2 excellent finishes. You have to be absolutely on your toes, and he certainly was. Made the most of the chances.
He's in again here.
Yeah, Iwobi. A 3rd attack might lead to a 3rd goal. Just over Lacazette's head. That was almost 3.
Brilliant football again he's playing some absolutely stunning stuff, especially down that left-hand side. He's getting so much joy down the flank. And when he's getting balls into the box, he's causing real problems with Aubameyang. And if MelianTheKing can't clear his lines first time, he's allowing Aubameyang so much time inside the 6-yard box, and he's punished him twice already. That's good play by Kolasinac as FMestre fancies a third, and that might just be game over before half-time. He senses blood in the royal red of the Arsenal home strippers. Welbeck heads it down to Iwobi, half an hour gone. Kolasinac again. Good ball in, headed away by Mustafi. Now Mkhitaryan, real pressure, but Mustafi has done well. Next goal, absolutely crucial. I know it's a cliche, but 3-0, it's game over, 2-1. Well, we're set up for a barnstorming second half. Aaron Ramsey, no way through, but again, FMestre has that wonderful knack of managing to keep possession, but now he's in danger here. It's going to be an opportunity for Lacazette. He should get there ahead of Mustafi. Lacazette, can he pick the pass? It's not the best ball, and it goes out of play for a corner. Poor cross in the end. Good break down the right-hand side. He had a lot of space. His first touch led him down, actually. I think it was Maitland-Niles. And then the cross came in too close to the near post, but he's still got a chance here. He's possession inside the penalty area. He's knocked it down towards Aubameyang. Chance to spin, shoot, blocked. Second shot, wide of the target, Chris. Just wide. We both flung our arms up there. We thought that was heading in, and FMestre 2-0 up, but MelianTheKing is showing what he's made of here. If he gets the next goal, this could be a very high-scoring encounter. Yeah, it's a good response from the Argentinian. Certainly not showing his age at all in terms of inexperience. Possibly you could say for the opening 2 goals, but then since then he's showed some real bottle to get back into the match, and hopefully he can snatch a goal just before half-time and make this game really interesting. And he's playing some the more free-flowing football, if you like, but FMestre has come with a plan, and there is another chance here. Welbeck onto Aubameyang. How on earth has that not gone in, Chris? He just knocked it knocked it with his right foot past the defender after a bit of a mistake there from Koscielny by the looks of things, and it just looked like it was going to sail into the bottom corner. Petr Cech thought it as well, but he breathes a huge sigh of relief. Wrong side of the post, Chris. Well, FMestre beat MelianTheKing 2-0 in the Americas knockout stages in the quarterfinals, and he's 2-0 up again against the same opponent, but it was almost 2-1 there as they come forward with Aubameyang. Almost a carbon copy, wasn't it? Yeah, perhaps, like you mentioned, the previous result is playing on MelianTheKing's mind. I think if he were to be able to break down FMestre's defence and get that goal like he couldn't do in the last time these two teams met, maybe that might be the spark that he needs. But he's in again here. FMestre, the offside flag is raised. He certainly can't afford to concede a third, can he? No, that was a 2-3 situation, but he was just offside. 1 minute to go in this first half. 2-0 to FMestre's Arsenal. And here is MelianTheKing. Can't create one more chance, so the half-time interval. The goals came early, 10 minutes, 2-0 up. No, it's not half-time, sorry. It was a foul, maybe for offside again, and there might still be one last foray forward for FMestre, who has it with Da Silva. Kolasinac again overlapping. The left-back's had a lot of the ball. And here's Iwobi. Iwobi, lovely ball to Aubameyang, 3-0, and surely game over. FMestre punches the air, he's in command. That is such an important goal for the Brazilian. FMestre, what a first half performance. He started the half so brilliantly, and then he's ended it in equal fashion. I mean, it's just incredible to watch from the more experienced of the two, and perhaps he's used that again right on the stroke of half-time. MelianTheKing just needed to clear his lines. He wasn't able to do so, and he was made to pay for that in ruthless fashion from that man, FMestre. 3-0 to the good, and like you mentioned, surely he can't throw that away now. It would be almighty comeback, wouldn't it? One of those that you just felt if MelianTheKing had got that ball over halfway, the referee would have blown his whistle, but he couldn't get out. And in the end, Aubameyang, the man of the moment, a first half last
hat-trick.
Kick of the first half, unbelievable. Like you said, Aubameyang's had a half of just pure brilliance. He's been so clinical, ruthless, and every time he gets a sniff of the ball in front of goal, he just buries it past Petr Cech. That one chance for MelianTheKing just before that, about 10 minutes before half-time, might be playing on his mind because it was a big moment.
Well, FMestre just asked MelianTheKing if he wanted to make a substitution there or if he was thinking of making some changes, then I think the answer is yes, but this would be the comeback of all comebacks if if he is to do so here. MelianTheKing gets us underway in the Arsenal chain strip here, kicking from left to right, and he's given it away. Now Iwobi. And maybe FMestre spells blood here. Aubameyang fancies a fourth side netting.
Yeah, of course, remember guys, this potentially might not be as important for MelianTheKing, having already got 3 points from just the one game played. This is, of course, his second, whereas FMestre has played 3 games and only has 3 points up to now. So the 3 points was definitely more needed for the Brazilian. So certainly not his competition over for the Argentinian so far today. He's got a lot of time left.
He has, and maybe that was the reason FMestre has been celebrating as much, because he knows how vital this game is, as MelianTheKing with 4 up front now for Arsenal. They really are going for it. They have to. Aubameyang, is that a free kick? Referee elects not to give it. And the long ball forward. Here is Henrik Mkhitaryan.
We have got a little score update there as Eterito has scored a 4th goal against El Matador, and he is taking Group A by the scruff of the neck, determined to stay toe-to-toe with Tiamat as he goes in search of the knockout stages. And El Matador, the man on home soil here in Germany, in Berlin, the capital, is crashing out by the looks of things after a few poor results so far today, this morning.
Yeah, we will keep you updated as the day and the group stage goes on, and after this game we'll have a look at all of the live tables. But here is Danny Welbeck. MelianTheKing needs one back very quickly if he's to make anything from this game. Bayern wins it, and what we do know is that this group, Group D, maybe behind Alex Alguerthil, is going to be very tight for the top 2 positions. Remember, the top 2 in each group go through to the quarter-finals, which is coming up later after the co-op. So plenty to watch, plenty to stick around for here in Berlin as Da Silva and Maitland-Niles try and create something for MelianTheKing. FMestre is doing his defensive duties quite brilliantly there, and now he'll look to counter-attack. It's been a game of 2 halves, if you'll excuse the old cliche, but he got the goals in the first period, and now he seems happy just to try and frustrate MelianTheKing in the second period.
If people are watching at home and have watched these streams before, they know that we do love a cliche here anyway on the PES live stream. Of course, just looking back at Group A, just off this game, Eterito will be sitting pretty because Tiamat, if we believe the scores we're getting, drew his 3rd game as well and only has 5 points now from the 3 games, whereas Eterito has 7. But we will confirm that at the end of this game.
Here goes Bayern. MelianTheKing again with plenty forward. Welbeck, Aubameyang looking for Welbeck again, but once more FMestre is defended very well, I think, particularly in this second period. No way through, and time is running out. 20 minutes to go for the Argentina star MelianTheKing, who turns 16 in a couple of days' time. He's come all the way to Berlin for this one, and he's under pressure again. It's with Iwobi. Alex Iwobi, went for the spectacular in the middle, did Aubameyang. Great save by Czech. Hits the post off the line. Somehow it's not 4-0.
How on earth has that stayed out? A lovely little chip towards the top corner. Petr Cech tips it out. You think it's out of danger. Then the shot comes in and rattles back off the foot of the post and away to safety. 15 minutes remaining. It is probably too little too late. We do have, though, another update from this group, and we are told that MelianTheKing has played 2 games already now, not the one, and he drew his second game 2-2 with Tornado, so he has 4 points. Will have 4 points if he loses this from 3 games, so not the end of the world, but nevertheless his final game will be so crucial because he will have 4 points going into it.
And we're going to see that one live. It will be MelianTheKing against Alex Alguerthil, so it's going to be all eyes on Group D for the rest of the group stage here. So much going on in Berlin, so much action as Ramsey rides a challenge, gets it back, does the Welshman. Just won't quite happen, will it? The 4th is what FMestre needs just to, or wants, just to really stamp his authority as Kolasinac misplaces the pass.
Yeah, he wants to send shockwaves through the PES League here. A 4-0 victory would certainly do that. MelianTheKing, what a tough opponent to go in. Here's a chance here, though. Chance for 3-1. Oh, it's saved by the goalkeeper's legs. Great save by Petr Cech in the end. That was a big chance, probably the biggest for MelianTheKing so far today. But just going back to what I was saying, he's got Alex Alguacil in his final game, probably the least person you would possibly want needing points to go through to the knockout stages. As a chance here for 4-0 Aubameyang, and that is absolutely ruthless from the Brazilian. Chris, that is how you finish a game, isn't it?
Certainly is. FMestre and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the perfect pair. 4 goals and MelianTheKing is beaten now. What a performance this has been from FMestre, who, remember, knocked out MelianTheKing in the quarterfinals in the Americas round. Well, he is the scourge of the young Argentina star again. 4-0, who saw this one coming?
Yeah, well, MelianTheKing, of course, if we look at his results, he started so well, beating Sigol in his first game, then he drew with Tornado 2-2. Now he's losing here, he's on a downward trend, unfortunately, and possibly that might be down to his natural youth, being 15 years of age. It might be getting to him a little bit, and of course, like we said, he's got Alex Alguacil next, who is probably one of the most experienced players we've got on the tour this year. So it's going to be so incredibly interesting to see how he deals with that pressure of that final game, where he probably is going to need points to go through.
Well, Torito's just gone 5-1 up against El Matador. The goals are coming here in Berlin in the PES World League European round, and 4 of them here. And as we can see that Sofia has taken the lead against Filipakos as well. Elsewhere, so many games going on as Lacazette. FMestre fancies a 5th here. Goal difference might become very important for those top 2 places.
Certainly will.
Here's Da Silva. Rides the challenge. Now Henrik Mkhitaryan playing some lovely stuff. The offside flag goes up.
That might be the last kick of the game as well, because we are into stoppage time, and again there's been nothing.